ratings.
Couple of days.
But behind the scenes, trouble was brewing for the comedy company.
This show could kill me.
Now, creator and star Ian McFadden reveals how Kylie Mole destroyed his marriage and why he almost ended up in jail. Next on Studio 10. It was the show that gave us lines like couple of days.
Couple of days.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And she goes, she goes, she goes.
She just goes.
From Uncle Arthur to Kylie Mole, the comedy company was one of the most watched shows on Australian TV. Craig Bennett caught up with its creator, Ian McFadden.
He's the man behind the comedy company and one of the funniest men on telly.
It's a risky tactic, but sometimes it works.
I don't think I've ever been funny. I'm mildly amusing.
And also a little modest.
I had the pleasure of doing a show with a group of 10 to 12 very, very funny people who I handpicked so that I could virtually coattail on their abilities.
Back in 1988, the comedy company was compulsory Sunday night viewing here on Network 10, taking on TV juggernaut 60 Minutes and, in just a few short weeks, trumping their ratings.
Hello, I'm Ian McFadden.
And I'm Mark Mitchell. Those stories and quite a few commercial breaks.
A feat that was, at the time, considered impossible.
Take 60 minutes out of your week to catch the comedy company.
It's got to be.
But the episodes weren't always so carefully thought out.
Sometimes we went in front of the audience with scripts that had just been finished 15 minutes earlier. In fact, I can remember running down the corridors of Channel 10 with them saying, Ian, they're waiting to do such and such a sketch. I've got the script. And we'd be running down to give them the script. And the audience would be there waiting. And they're, OK, here's the script. They go, let's do it.
The show's success often hinged on the relationship with its audience, the art of skillfully recreating new versions of old Aussie stereotypes.
I'm Clive Robertson. I've just added some more names to my hate list.
There were new characters in Australia. There was the Greek fruiterer. No one had really done a really good Greek fruiterer. And Mark's Greek fruiterer was based on an actual Greek fruiterer at the local Hawthorn market.
Runa, suna, tuna, vuna, fula, and a gaffney.
Glenn Robbins' Uncle Arthur was based very much on a relative in his family.
Of course, you've got to have a bit of Arnie Dawn's muesli cake, haven't you, eh? That'll keep you as regular as clockwork.
My name's Kylie.
Marianne's Kylie Mole was based on the fact that she had younger sisters who spoke differently. She was aware of the fact that the Australian accent for young kids was quite different from what it had been when she was young. There was that kind of sort of voice like that. People really think, oh, she's just a real bitch, I don't talk like that. It was that real machine gun talk. No one was doing that.
The problem with zoologists is the host of fauna that travels with them.
It was all about recognition. If the people didn't go, oh, I know someone exactly like that, then we didn't persist with it too much.
The comedy company introduced Con the Fruiter to Aussie audiences, along with the catch cry of a couple of days, all thanks to comedian Mark Mitchell.
Mark and I used to start off the show in 1988 as two characters sitting on a girder, and the tag of those sketches was that I would always end up falling off or jumping off the girder. So this was literally like a wooden girder that was up about 3 metres off the studio floor and a couple of mattresses. And there were a couple of nights where I thought I could end up doing the rest of the show as a quadriplegic if I found the wrong way, because this is long before the age of industrial safety.
Thankfully, Ian managed to safely land after each fall. But there was another kind of falling. In love, that is.
You're not getting old, you're very young looking. You've got the face and the figure of an 18-year-old.
Well, thanks very much.
Ian and Marianne Fay, better known as Kylie Mole, fell madly in love on the set. Oh, I'm a shocking gossip.
I was probably in love with her more than she was with me. Well, I was older than her, she was younger, she was very focused on her career.
Even in their spare moments, they must practice nodding.
She probably detected then, quite adequately, that I was a fairly scattered kind of person.
Marianne and Ian were married in a registrar's office in 1995.
I think she was hoping that she might get out of it. But I think I outmanoeuvred her by saying, that's all right, we'll get married. And I don't think she was expecting that. So I think she always felt that she got tricked into getting married.
Thanks to the linguistic stylings of Kylie Mole, the word bogan soon found its way into Aussie pop culture. Marianne's outrageous character was an instant hit.
We did the comedy company and she created the character of Kylie Mole and it terrified her.
Oh, now, Colin, that's really slack, I reckon.
The fame overwhelmed her.
Is that right?
She hated it. We would go out for lunch at the height of the Comedy Company fame, and there'd be some kids there. They go, she said, "I've got to go." I go, "What do you mean? We haven't got a minute." She became terrified of the fame. I shouldn't go so far as to sort of interpret things for her. She'd be a better person to say this. But in the end, she found the Kylie Mole thing a curse.
He goes to her, he goes, oh, he just goes?
Kylie Mole was a curse, not just for Marianne, but Ian too. The couple found themselves in court in a shocking case that lasted 8 years.
Where a publisher wanted to put out the Kylie Mole school planner, and she would be on the cover of it, and it was just like a homework diary. And we agreed to it on the normal conditions, which we approved the artwork, we approved the content or so. Anyway, we didn't approve the artwork, we didn't approve the content. And we said to them, we need you to make some changes. We didn't just want to stop them doing it, we said, you have to make some changes. And they refused. The judge had suggested that the publishers, this is where we get so bizarre, maybe the publishers would voluntarily cease distributing the books. And they said, well, yes, we would do that, of course. If we lost the case, we'd have to reimburse them. You know, if it was found that our case was invalid, we'd have to reimburse them for loss of earnings. We then got an application from them countersuing us for like $600,000, saying that, well, what we'd done is ruined their business, we had impeded their trade, they'd lost other contracts, they'd lost thousands of dollars worth of work. At the end of the day, we lost the case. Shortly after that, we separated.
But the trouble for Ian had only just begun.
You wouldn't think it much worse than a marriage breakup, but then they sued me personally, saying that I was hiding the money that but they believed we were rich, and I'd gone to them and explained to them. I said, you must understand that with the breakup of Channel 10, we've come out of the Comedy Company pretty much broke. They just said, we don't believe you. Then I got a summons from the Australian Securities Commission saying that I had broken the corporations law as a director, basically by hiding assets. I ended up in the county court doing a 9-day trial, facing 5 years in jail for supposedly shifting assets around that didn't exist.
Do you think the Comedy Company was maybe a curse in some ways?
It has been.
It's been almost 30 years since the Comedy Company hit the airwaves, and Ian can still see the funny side of life.
I need a champagne.
Mark, garçon, Mark.
Mark?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bennett.
Oh, thank you very much, Mark. And look, you're entitled to one as well.
Two?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't you used to be? Aren't you? Weren't you?
Mark Mitchell?
Not at the moment.
Good memories.
It was just the biggest show in the world. I remember there was just all-out war in our house because all the grown-ups